A nation forged in resilience from the ashes of the 11 years brutal civil war through the shadows of Ebola, COVID-19, and the a nation forged in resilience from the ashes of the 11 years brutal civil war through the shadows of Ebola, COVID-19, and the mudslide. Sierra Leone rises, but the journey is far from over. Governance strain. Youth demand more. Women demand more. 60% in poverty. But what if the solutions lie not in silence, but in dialogue? This is not another talk show. This is State of the Nation, where every voice feels change. From Freetown to Chernor, we are turning debates into action. No script, no spin, just Sierra Leoneans rewriting their future together. So we bring you a movement not just to speak, but to be heard. Speak out. Hold power to account. This is your nation. This is your voice. This is State of the Nation. Only on Liberty TV on Facebook, YouTube, and on www.libertytvonline.com. Every month, the last Sunday, 7 to 9 p.m. Tune in. The nation is watching.
Bona where they watch me. This na quick message on the Mpox sick na salon where they come out from Liberty Online TV. As of today, the case dem na salon just they go up. For make sure so you not get this sick, National Public Health Agency don't say before once we an all time avoid the push shaken and up and not go near person we get the signs them of Mpox. And say, if you sabi anybody will get eye fever or rash and body, make him rush go na hospital one time. This message come to you from Liberty Online TV.
You are watching Liberty Online TV.
This is Liberty Online TV powered by Orange Sierra Leone. Orange.
Good morning, viewers, and welcome to the midweek edition of the Breakfast Show, where they come to you live from Liberty Online TV, with a stream na Facebook, YouTube, and also na we website, where they powered by Orange Sierra Leone. We will bring this edition of the Breakfast Show to you this Wednesday morning. My name na Khadija Bangora.
And me, Namibel Kaba. Good morning. Today na Wednesday, the 2nd day of July 2025. And inside this edition of the Breakfast Show this morning, we can look at the presidential town hall meeting them with the Ministry of Information and Civic Education bid on the whole. If on a member last year, then we get the first edition. Also, according to the ministry, this na platform more than wants for create for let the president go the answer direct question from citizens them regarding governance. Well, they don't hold the second edition. Waiting at the impacts where then town hall here so don't get and waiting the future hold for the town hall them. Now that's what they discuss in this edition of the Breakfast Show.
Well, for can give we updates about a year now, where the Ministry of Civic Information and Civic Education been do the inaugural town hall na been to money. Also been get His Excellency the President Dr. Julius Maada Bio. Also then be allow him for talk to citizens them and self give the mic to citizens them for ask the president frank and honest question them about a administration. Who's change this pattern don't bring to governance? How it don't help for promote transparency and accountability? How it don't help for bring the citizen and close to governance? Because the term way the Ministry of Information and Civic Education been start this particular initiative, the minister saying for ensure say it bring transparency and accountability and say bring the citizen them very close to His Excellency the Presidency administration. Let them go get interaction. Which change this don't bring? We get Chernor, we are the Minister of Information and Civic Education, which we are the studio for unpack some of the impacts them where the town hall series where it introduced under in leadership at the Ministry of Information. Good morning, Mr. Minister.
Morning. Thank you for having me.
All right, it's my pleasure for always get you in the studios. Well, that's not the Minister of Information and Civic Education, now an initiative. So they can't tell in about a year, we don't begin for do this. I will see the second town hall, the president be supposed for go meet with people in Kenima. But at some point, His Excellency Nobide is send in chief minister, where we go represent him, and how this mentalek na Kenima. All of them conversation there so they can get this morning. So you say for the watch, you get anything where you feel say you want the minister for talk, but we get for do it in town hall initiative where you bring under a leadership na the ministry. Send we you text, you comment, your thoughts na the number +23274200545. You can as well text in the comment section at any of the platform the way they watch with this morning. We go read on our messages them and Minister Siba go respond later inside the program.
The breakfast show they continue, but first let we just look at one other issue. Osai, the mayor of Freetown, her worship Ivana Kisoya, yesterday been host the 4th edition of the Nalafem Summit. Osai woman them na different parts of Africa be meet for discuss issues them we get for do it how woman and go support themselves for take up leadership position them. Let we just watch as Al Hassan Kuroma gets more on this and Ego reports.
The Nalafem organization, they work for empower women leader them across Africa and they advocate for the rights of women them and how women them for take the center stage for leadership position. One way with this organization they advocate for make women them all leadership position. Na outside them can hold summit every year. Outside women them na different parts na Africa can meet for talk about how women them for support themselves for all leadership position. This year, na the mayor for Freetown, Yvonne Akisoya, been host the summit with a theme from representation to power, women leading in crisis and peace. Where even the talk inside one panel discussion, the mayor for Freetown, Yvonne Akisoya, share in experience on how it take leadership role. Also, it say women them they take multi-task role.
On to engage women with children in the displaced people's camps. When the war was over, went on to build school clinics in remote parts of the country, in rural chiefdom. And then when Ebola happened, it was similar. You know, I actually remember exactly where I was sitting when we saw on the TV screens the first case. If those of you in the room remember, it was on the 25th of May 2014 that we actually had the first case in Sierra Leone. I was in Freetown at the time. I traveled soon after. And by the 31st of July, our borders were shut. And once more, I don't think I'm different. I think many women in this room will identify and will have felt the same way. It was just a sense of, you have to do something. I think I summed it up in a TED Talk where I described it as the power of dissatisfaction. When you feel that something isn't right and there's something you can do, you do it. And in that case, I started mobilizing in the UK, raising awareness about the outbreak and the seriousness of it. I connected with people.
For sake of the plenty challenge where women in the get na the social media space we get for do with cyberbullying, personal attack, online violence. The moderator Joanna Momobe been talk with 3 women inside the topic Resist and Rise, Feminist Strategy in Hostile Political and Digital Space.
In Uganda, but I started my journey from a point of resistance. From a point of resistance in a sense that when I was born and raised, from a little village in the Rwenzori sub-region closer to the Democratic Republic of Congo, my tribe believed in widow inheritance. And so at the age of 10, my father passed on. When he passed on, my mother refused to be inherited. And I will say, I think amongst the Bakonzo people, she was the first woman to resist the notion of widow inheritance. Later, she was to tell us that she knew my father's brothers were basically peasants and had married off their daughters at an early age.
As long as you are in the front line, I know what I have said this morning. Patriarchy creates itself. While we are fighting for the minimum 5% voter representation, I was a lead campaign. And we are thinking that, yes, it is over. No, not left. I mean, it has started all over again. How do we address gender-targeted violence and systematic gender disinformation?
Because in politics, you're entering a space that people are willing to kill for. So find something that you're willing to die for. And when you find that thing that you're willing to die for, commit to it. And commit to the level of health, mentally, emotionally, financially. Commit to the level of health it will take you to achieve that vision.
We even dey talk about the role of the judiciary on thing them we get for do with woman them. The Attorney General and Minister of Justice, Alpha Cisse, say plenty thing them don't happen for past law them we get for do with woman empowerment.
But I like to say that progress is not the same as completion. So yes, to enact legislation, to have laws, to have policies in place, that's progress. But then we need to implement these laws, we need to implement these policies. We need to make sure that they're serving the needs of the people that they are actually needs to serve. So yes, we all talk about the landmark Gender Equality and Women's Empowerment Act. We celebrate it, but as government we also acknowledge that there's a lot that needs to be done.
As Nine hosts the 4th Nalafem Summit, the mayor for Freetown, Yvonne Akisoya, end up say government for ensure say they make policy them where they educate women them, but they law them where they inside the different acts them where they na parliament for approval. For Liberty Online TV, Al Hassan Kuma, the report.
All right, from that report there, earlier we introduced with studio guest, when the Minister of Information and Civic Education, Chernor, where they can tell we waiting so far the town hall series them when an initiative we introduced inside 2024 about a year now, the impact this don't create in terms of bringing accountability and transparency in governance for the citizen them. Good morning one more time, Mr. Ba. And earlier, we don't tell we viewers them say this morning they can look at the impact with the town hall series them way you introduce the ministry don't create. Firstly, let we go back to 2024, where this initiative been come to mind. What in be you three key targets them?
Well, I think first of all, again, thank you for having me, and thank you for the work on Adidunaya. And part of, I think, would extend the civic discourse in the country. Important for us to situate this in President Bill vision. President Bill na enforce scam and bring back the National Commission for National Council for Civic Education and Democracy, NACED. He restored civic education at the school curriculum. And then after 5 years, and in wisdom, he decided for the two major things. One, he set up a dedicated ministry for information and civic education. At the time, many people didn't think, say, that ministry, they not, you don't pull all the gravy, you don't pull all the this, but it was very intentional. He wanted to focus on how they expand the democratic space. Let civic education be elevated to the cabinet level. And then he put somebody like me, as you know, in background, both in civil society, as you been just on a story just now about feminists coming to Sierra Leone. That's an organization we've been purposeful, we're proud for, say, we've been support at the time, and then they partner with over the years. And so His Excellency chose somebody like me. We get a background in civic space, in civil society. We get a background in global education spaces. So that my background they were bring based on the Excellency in vision. In the first year, we look at the landscape. We see what make disinformation and misinformation they thrive. Today, some man been sit down at the capital outside of Salone and he decided to they go work, then shuts the country down. Why? Then be rely on fake news, then be rely on the fact say if you like say them in they talk Creole, we they speak English. That be some kind of disconnect been there. And waiting be happen, then say we want forget to somebody in heart. You they talk the language you the person they understand. So I think one of the most radical thing we would do since I came at the ministry, now for ask a simple question: how we will talk to the people in a salon through their heart? How will they connect to the people of this country? And then it will change. One of the tag they were beginning use were come now that the government for work for you, the government accountable to you. Now you would work for. So think about the town halls as part of that framework there. First, we change the language, we change the frequency, we restructure the weekly press conference. Then people say, "Oh, press conference, but they know to start time." It's true, but I sure say most of them people they know one day watch press conference before I come, or if they watch, as I say, they watch at one time per year. When I came, if I did turn, I well, na me the chair. Why? To elevate it. Make sure say always you get cabinet level. Say are there for answer any and all questions. I treat the platform with utmost respect. I don't want they start 2 minutes late. Yesterday the Minister of Foreign Affairs show up 30 minutes late. Me too don't go on 30 minutes. We know they wait for nobody. So I show the people of this country respect and our civic value. One of the respect will they start always without exception. It don't be 2 years on a salon. People they may say not possible. 2 years. I know when they start 1 minute late. Will they start on time? We always get at least one more minister or high-level government official. Then we create the platform, make it inclusive. Will they bring opposition voices, the mayor, civil society leaders, they don't need plenty time. Will they bring civil society? Will they bring MPs? Will they bring all kind of people? And will they make sure say the conversation is open? Will they talk about what government don't do and provide updates, but also will they ask people for challenging at the platform? And then I create with the ministry, we create opportunities for we open for let citizens they ask unfiltered question. Maybe I encourage you, I get one commitment. Every question we submit online we ask them on the platform. So hundreds of citizens there every week. And then we make them free for let citizens ask question. In the ministry, we work with all the mobile phone companies around for tell them thank you. We get a short code 818 with NATSCA. If you text that number there, you send questions, they cost you 1 cent. Then we do an online platform, Slido, where you send question. Then we increase with social media following. By the way, if you go now across government institutions, we get the most impressive social media following. We don't want the sponsor, by the way. Everything is organic. We don't want they pay for sponsorship. So what we do, we build trust, we build relationship, we build confidence. So the weekly press conference with the user. So we've been deciding how they elevate this to the next level. Every single leader across government don't come at the press conference. Every minister, from the vice president to the chief minister. So we say 1 time per year, people go elect for year, at least 1 time per year, directly from the boss himself. But the boss, you will not go and put on a press conference. How they elevate them. We don't see say in other democracies in a good town hall. Not to we carry the idea. We don't learn them from other people. And in a town hall, you create opportunity. By the way, town halls, for example, at the US where I live for about over 10 years, no, all the town hall that them president they do is fully scripted. Normally they do it with like a media institution, or if they do it even like with leaders and things like that. 100% scripted. What would they do? You own unscripted. Will they ask for like people and send all kinds of questions inside the hall? Will they give the mic over and the president taking time and answer? So we don't build a culture for able for advance the democratic values of a country. It's not perfect, we continue for land. And I make we start with, first we do the presidential town hall, but as you see as well over the course of this year, we'll be doing a big civic festival last year with the year done. We come back and say how we will take this across the country. So this year, we don't begin do the Civic Day series. We will take town halls now the district headquarter towns. We don't go Cambia, we don't go Port Loko, we don't go Moyamba, and we don't do Chernor recently as well. We will be make as a presidential town hall. We ambition at the end of this month we will go Chernor. So not just a way where we don't think about how we create a government where they close to the people, where they say democracy is about listening. You know, it's government of, for, and by the people. Who they listen, who they engage, we give them platform for them to ask we question, hold we accountable, and we serve the response. Then what we don't find is that when we do that, misinformation and disinformation bring and come to a level. The people of this country, Yusuf Naya, una all know, if anything happen now in a salon, where you know say you want government voice, you know say you know they wait 24 hours, you know say just patience, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, we will come out to you. If not a press statement by Tuesday at the press conference, I go clarify. Even when people then go online and talk something where they don't reach a certain level, at that weekly press conference, I look into the camera, I speak directly to the people of this country, representing the government, not just me, but my entire team, the Ministry of Information, other ministers. Now, a new culture of democratic engagement we're very proud of.
Will you be start this initiative, especially bringing the president na a hall with cities in them before the town hall? You can don't announce, say, let everybody send in question ahead of time. You go ask the president the questions them. One, they will not be believing the initiative. They say na censored questions them. You be they ask the president. The questions them will you be they ask the president. And another school of thoughts be they say why exposing the president to that kind of level. Among them two critiques that will be faced and then they also want you face say help you for restructure the town hall series.
You're right. We continue for land. We'll come up with the idea. Many people are even internally, including in government, I would say, thinks it's a bad idea. Why you go put the president for answer uncensored questions and things like that for that long. By the way, the president, I want the champion of this initiative. He was always willing, I'm being ready, saying, oh, Lord, talk to people. I want to engage people. So you're right. First, people then say, oh, we go cheat, we go rogue the question. So what we decide at the ministry, again, unprecedented, up to today, if you want to go online and check who that ask the question, who side the person come out, whose question they ask, is available. We make every question transparent. Even in no country, even in the US, that know they happen. So we make quick questions and transparent. Last year we receive about 800 questions. We publish all online. You see a live as the cancer, you go there, you watch. But we say, even if we talk from morning to net, we're not going to ask President Bio 800 questions. So what we do, we group the question in a transparent way. We take all the questions and put them, because sometimes someone go ask, why not pay subsidy? Why not pay teacher? Why the school this, that? Why education question that? So we put them all on the education. And what we say is we do them by segments. So on the segment of education, we try to ask as many questions as possible. We give His Excellency the opportunity for the response to the question and provide the context, provide the response to people and all. But because of people getting that concern, they say, oh, well, while now you they ask, people that already ask, we do both and. First, we take, because we allow less citizens the same question through text and the online platform, 800 or so question. Then we also say, after 2 hours, we present you after an hour and a half, we don't answer almost all them question in there, we open up inside the hall. You wait there, just put up your hand in a respectful way for let you ask again and make clear, say everywhere in the world the president is a fountain of honor. He deserves respect. When I call me now, when I get rules. The rule of the game is that we can't hire for 8 o'clock, I don't can 7:30, I can't sit down here. With the show done, the show they done. You know they say, oh, the show done, I say I can't say no, I want for talk. So we make the rules then very clear. People then team up and ask them questions. And the same thing we also do. In fact, this time we'll go Chernor. Inside the hall, we take 50 questions live on national television. 50 questions. Now take inside the hall and put the mic on. We do 5 rounds of 10 questions each. About 50 questions. We answer them live on stage. People then see raw questions, passionate questions. The chief minister will be in this case, he respond. Again, but we'll do the same thing. We transparently put, this time we get over about 500 questions. So we come in online, we transparently put them again. We make people and can see the question, we'll put them in groups, and then we do the initial part of the discussion, because not to every citizen will be going at the hall. But if you don't think of a question ahead of time, let's say you're in a diaspora, you know you reach Kenema, you know you reach Bintumani, you self na part of the democracy would give you an opportunity for let's send that question. The whole idea really now for create a culture where not been there in the past, where we leader them, nobody there in the citizen they ask them questions. Somebody team up na Kenema and say, for the first time in my life, I get opportunity for ask minister direct question. Think about the privilege for as president or the presidency direct question, because now we don't move away from just the individual, we don't make it about the entire presidency, for let you get an opportunity for interact once in a while and hold we accountable.
And this particular question where they ask get for do with what you just talked about, we like the idea behind all of this, bringing governance to the people, let the people self be part of them, ask questions where they need direct answers for. One key thing in all of this gets for do with the audience, because the setup of the audience, other than day na this part of the audience, now one important thing if you want to achieve what you just say, now the idea behind this. From where we start last year to now, both the one where they send the message and the one where can be part of the audience at the town hall itself. How you go describe the type of people una don't reach out to, because from that time day to now, I guess una don't follow up for no the reach, how the coverage don't sound like. So now, set of people don't really they part of this.
Brilliant question. Every year with the land, and not just from the presidential town hall, but as I say, we also do civic days. We now also town halls across the country. So last year, again, we decided for split the difference, because we've been in a free ton and I've been so many. And keep in mind, I can like for tell people and say, now like we come, you start this business for the first time. We started something where nobody know we don't start it. So we not being nobody not give you scripts. Na so for do. So we split them. All them people that we've been sending that 800 question, we give them an opportunity for register if they want to attend. So they opt in to want to attend. Then one day we open up, we do a raffle. I think we get about 250 invites to people that we send question. Ordinary citizens who will not sabi, we send question, you opt in, you register, we call you, and we get plenty clear evidence of this, we'll give you card. We say, again, now the presidency, security consideration, they will not just make and so you register, you tell we say, I will like for attend. So I ask questions, say, I know attend, I go watch on TV, and I make the program available. Then we invite various group of stakeholders. We are the Ministry of Information, so we first primary partner them at the media. AYV and SLBC have been a co-host. As you remember, the pre-shows and the post-shows, they be hosted by Fibian and Asmiuba. Then do a joint. In fact, one of the first time that we'll bring them together for do joints, because of the 2 national television platforms in the country. So they hosted it. So them, and then we invite all major editors, the major bloggers and blogging institutions. We invite as well leaders across government. So ministers, deputy ministers, heads of agencies and things like that, then step in at the hall. Apart from now and then, we look at different sectors, then bike riders, traders, different unions, then teachers union, disability groups and different. So we have a whole system also, one for create an inclusive audience, we reflective of the country, because we believe in inclusion, because we believe say Salona for we all. So now that process that we take for do who been doing a free turn. We also invite paramount chiefs from all across every district. We invite the Council of Paramount Chiefs, and then one day, by the way, we get for facilitate for them come. And then finally, we invite all the youth council leader them from outside of Freetown. For the presidential town, we do the same thing, by the way, for the Civic Festival. Now, when we go Kenema, so it'll be a different ball game, because in this case, we'll be in another district headquarter town. So the first priority are the people in Kenema. So we been get 1,500 invitations. Of those 1,500 invitations, 1,000 we dedicate to Kenema. Because at Kenema, we don't come to them. So we want to let Kenema people and then at the hall, enough. How we distribute that? We walk through the structures in a Kenema. We call the mayor, we call the chairman, we call the paramount chiefs, we call the MPs them, we work with them, the youth leaders, the youth groups, and then give it different structure. Then we work with them, we send an advanced team and make sure, say, Kenema people, we go on a radio, we say, anybody who wants invitation, you know, Kenema, post you want come, we get certain number of invitations that were available for you. Then, of course, we invite stakeholders and Afriton, ministers, heads of agencies, MPs, and things like that. We now be part of the entourage. Mean say perfect, I believe, say actually every time, here's one thing I do. We in the ministry, we are our biggest critic, people and all this. Every time we do something, immediately my team can vex for me. Every event as we done, immediately I will meet, I will go through a postmortem. Lord ask, we too for don't do better, we too for learn. We not the lesson there, how the list them. So even from the first one, we learn for this second one. But even this second one, we will just do so. The town hall, the presidential town hall, we'll get plenty other lessons and we'll learn. We inshallah, we'll get an opportunity for do another one. The third year, we go apply them lessons and then we continue for invite the public and una all for give you feedback. Say, Mr. Minister, this way for don't make them a little bit even more inclusive, for to get a more diverse audience, but for be transparent now the process that they will take for make sure say we fill the halls.
When you will introduce this initiative, 3 words them will be left to mind: transparency, accountability, and bringing the people closer to governance. In terms of transparency, waiting you go showcase say na this town hall series bring in terms of transparency.
The most important thing really now that citizens them for the first time, I think for a long time that this country know say then government leaders are accountable to them. They answer them questions directly. They know say if they get a question about what government don't do or what government they do, they don't need to go fend the question. They can contact me at the ministry with the create platforms. They know say they can ask a question anonymously, by the way. We not require you for tell who they be, because we get text online, all kind of platform, free of cost. That you guaranteed. My commitment is a high publicly. My commitment is this: if you send a question, will they ask the question? As long as obviously if you know cost policy in this, I won't do that. But what you send a question, we'll ask that question. Will they put that question on the list? Will they answer the question? And so in terms of transparency in government, we don't show say we're not getting nothing for hide. We don't show say we're willing for answer questions. The chief minister and the rest of the ministers don't mean in Kenema show say anybody can ask question. The Kenema is supposed to be a tough place. Now we struggle, but Kenema is known for being a tough place. They hold their own leaders to a high bar, high standard. 50 questions. We open the mic. Everybody that always want to ask questions, we give them the mic. It was live on television. It was democracy at, I think, in the original concept of democracy, with the Athenian vision of democracy, now that had been envisaged, that you get a public square where the public will take the mic and ask, and the leaders then go engage into a public debate. In fact, sometimes they ask and say, no, we're not agreeing at this. We have some question and clap for them. We have some question and put them down, But at the end of the day, I think if you listen to the people who go, they then go tell you, say, they don't agree with all what we say. They're not glad with all what we say. But what lie, them glad to say, now, then government commits them. 2, then government answer the question. They not work a campaign. Somebody tell when I come here, it's not the first time this way see minister then come. Then come hold big events, we're not for campaign. So that for me, now part of that process of progress we'll get to create a new civic tradition. And I hope say by the grace of Allah, any other person will come at this position now, go know say we don't create a new tradition. The people of Salon no longer accept, say, oh, you go just stay on a free no more, you speak big English, you scattered language per way, you just do your own thing no more, with something you write press release we will not understand. No, people of Salon now they expect say them for see their ministers, then for expect say them for ask you question, then for expect say you for answer, then for expect say you give them out timely information, then expect say the information day by the way with the ministry now one thing I want to add is now we press conference at the end of the week, will they do short versions in Creole, Timini, Mende, Limba, and Fula. We send them all across the country, because with the job of government, we live in an information age. And I know this more than me. The most important asset we get na information. And that make na information the people who not like the states, na they attack. they count bad information, they go misinformation, but we don't, by the grace of Allah, we don't work hard for let we make sure say family and know say we day and then get opportunity for get the right information. The other thing we don't do really, now that, and I say this with me head held up high, nobody no go points to me say na so Siba go lie pawi since I don't come at this position. It's not possible. I not say I don't get all things correct, but if I say something way based on information where I get we not right, I come back and be clear. And then look the people that misinform them. So we platform also get trust. You know, so if you get them from the Ministry of Information, you know, say right, you know, say true, you know, say we do it with humility and with integrity.
What do you make after so much publicity around the Kenema Town Hall, posters and everything, including His Excellency the President at the 11th hour, the President not be able to attend?
These things happen with His Excellency, as you know. Look, we know they put out a poster without the consent of His Excellency the President. Now in the Sidom, now we go work within team, I don't go brief him, they don't approve, they don't agree say, they go do them. As they do the first one, which was very successful, they say they come, we don't make the plans. And as family know, even they on in way to Kenema, many people they know say, been they bow already, if we don't left free on. We don't do all the preliminary work. We team Bindede, we move ministers, civil society leaders, journalists, NGOs, big international partners that we invite. They all travel to Kenema for go witness this. But the day before, His Excellency got a very serious, high-profile engagement will be means say, before able for Kenema. So we can get a few options, yeah? One is after all that publicity, after all that investments. By the way, na public money we they use for do this. We use public money, the public, we don't design the hall, people and already they Kenema. One option for be low council because His Excellency not the come. And with the civic days and then town hall, are 2 days events. The first day we just engage young people, they do quiz, debate. So the fanfare been there, Kenema people there, we don't blankets the airwaves na Kenema. So one option for me, sorry, His Excellency no able make him, so we cancel. But now His Excellency in your wisdom, now he said, no, Mr. Minister. He said, no. I regret I no able come. But I able come. How? Because the presidency include, for example, the person we na the chief minister. When I in the coordinate, performance contract, all the minister them. When I in His Excellency extremely close, and His Excellency say, I can trust them, for go represent me, but not tap the whole. He gave very clear instruction because say sometimes and if President Council say all the other ministers then for don't pull out. Mm-hmm. But His Excellency gave very clear instruction. Every minister with a turn head to Kenema. And when I go engage the people them. And answer. You see, the platform now for let them answer, let them get facts, may them get answers to them question about which we don't do for them at Kenema, which we don't do for the people of this country. It's a lot do in a way that we not ever done before. Let we get all the ministers on the stage. If they ask question about trade, which chief minister don't start, he give the minister of trade. They ask question about sports, give the minister of sports. Ask question about energy, give the minister of energy. Ask but anything.
So President
now be one of
production.
Now be one of yes, of course. President Biola the chief executive producer of everything what they do. Because now you get the vision, now you direct, now you get that idea they say, instead of just say, oh Lord council, oh Lord move out, Lord do this, you say no, let's go ahead. Let's show democracy in a way that we not ever experienced them before. And I'd say many people then come back to me and say, you know what, we think say the conversation it be a little bit more relaxed. We been get more chance for let people ask questions. We took a lot longer time than obviously if His Excellency one in a stage maybe 2 hours, 3 hours, we would have done. But this time we did at that stage for over 4 hours. We make sure so we exhaust all the questions. And as I say, we start with the Chief Minister first, representing His Excellency and taking the first 10 questions we don't plan for us based on the over 500 questions we don't receive online. And I think say the people of Salo will listen. Not so the one that will be just look for optics. So the way we listen, we see if you look for answers, they got their answers then.
So if not just the platform we wanna create for letting people here get the answers, this is the second edition we wanna just on hold na Kenema. If as a minister when you initiative this, you want to count the gains impacts nationally, what you go point at say now you gains and then from this second edition as well as the first one wanna be all?
The first gain I go point at now the World Peace Index will just come out. We Salon don't climb significantly on that index day. We say right now we're the third most peaceful country in West Africa and the fifth most peaceful country. Peace is directly now they come. Peace, now governance they produce peace. Openness, citizens them level of calmness, no anxiety. As I say, why me could be the drop na the peace index? We don't live in this country before we can hire 2-3 years ago. People let me there oversee. Then they decide say today you pick it and they go school. Then they come, they're afraid. Why? Because information vacuum been there. One of the most significant thing we don't do, where we tell Allah thank you for, we tell President Bill thank you for, and that we don't create an opportunity for the citizens to engage and get access to information and then feel like, say, oh, the person they can't fool them anymore. So that's one big thing. The peace index is one thing I would say, because now tangible independent analysis for say we move in the right direction. The reason we do this, now for let we increase peace. Without peace, you don't get development, you don't get nothing. So peace is the foundation. That's number one. Number two, look at the Freedom of Information Index. Salon again, we jump by over 10 points again. We don't move again, say, as a country. Press freedom, freedom of information, by the way, on MCC, we get over 90-something%. Press freedom, we don't move by about 10 percentage points. So you look for tangibles. The tangibles, now that, then tier what they do. We don't change to crew, they engage people, no journalists, no they in prison, we work with the media landscape. By the way, today, Cabinet Day, we finally get the final approval, inshallah, for the national media and information policy for the first time in history of this country. We build on the excellent work with other people that don't do in the past, but we bring and come forward now. So all that they show see we move in the right direction. So if you look for tangible for me, I didn't say they pay attention to within the external evaluation they say about how they perform as a country in terms of open governance, in terms of exchange, because this part of governance now the soft side of governance. So we can't say, oh, number of people that we don't put in a school or we don't feed. No, but at least people they know the number of people that we don't go to school now more than they knew in the past because of the platform they will get. So information gap not they again, information vacuum not they again. And by the way, rights to information are one of the most fundamental rights in a democracy. And for hold you public officials accountable, the culture of public debate, why I like for Kanaya, why I like una conversation, is because we get a civilized conversation. We get a conversation, we talk. We can get opposition here. When I get some people on the phone the other day, we can disagree and have a good debate. Me, I believe deeply in that. That's what democracy is supposed to be. And I think, say, which would they try for do, which in the ministry do in terms of tangible, we create a new culture, we deepen democracy, we create a culture of peace, a culture of dialogue, a culture of engagement, and most of all, a culture where the people can get a right for get access to timely, factual, accurate information.
Mr. Minister, how open the town hall series then be for you bring on board opposing views, not to just party faithfuls, not to just SLPP supporters, and people will get whole critical views of President Bio in government?
The evidence there in the numbers, and you can look at the data of whether they will not get at the town hall. So if you think about any major political opposing figure in the country, on the topic who they get, if not that area there you get expertise. So look, first, na government's press conference, na government's platform. I know they pretend like say we are some kind neutral. We're not so neutral. We're not government, right? We ambition for provide account of what in government they do to the people, but we want for doing in a respectful, dignified, and democratic way. Just yesterday, the press conference, we get the Honorable Minister of Foreign Affairs, Binde. We get an ECOWAS parliamentarian, Emerson Salamina, or we get the coordinator for the civil society movement, when a member of the West Africa ECOWAS group, not a government person, now opposition person, now civil society person, he go there. Many times we invite APC honorables, sitting honorables, who they go up country, for example, go Cambia, at least 3, 4, 5 members of the panel are card carrying members of APC, then go there the panel. In fact, then they hold you accountable. I remember the chairman, both Nakambia and Putloko, the two, in fact, Putloko and then two, both of them are the opposition, the two chairman them, one a mayor, one a chair. They take the mic and then challenge government, then talk about the thing they will, they do right, who don't left them well, who don't feel unfinished, we then call and we get a healthy debate. Now the platform will do that all the time. We invite civil society leaders, we come and then we present we own side. I don't want to pretend like say we not to like una. We know the ambition of the platform not for say we get equal side on all side. No, now government platform. I me the chair, me na the government spokesperson. Me ambition for provide information, but I also like for balance out with different voices, with opposition voices, especially when it comes to the specific issue. Also not a platform for them can campaign. But remember, for example, we've been get tripartite. I've been bringing all the tripartite chair them. I mean, being host down at the press conference because we get platform now. People they know, we then trust, we then tune into, and then also not a propaganda platform.
How much you can take on board some of them critique there, so where some of the opposing views they can bring na the platform, not to for let them just come talk with it and feel say no they happen right, but some of the things they wanna can weigh. How much you can try for bring them forward into some of government's programs them.
In fact, I get one commitment. I like that question. The one commitment to again, not to just by the way we say opposing views, because you know the most critical voices are the ordinary citizens who go Cambia. Somebody pick up the phone and talk about them school bus them. One councillor talk about the fact say them fire force they know the work. Somebody, the public then smap them, then challenge Chairman KK will be there with Nakambia say, well, we poll Lenaya, you know, we need for hold the contractor they accountable. Remember that poll will be for them with that person there. When I can come back with my team, because the question I can so boku on the platform, no they will answer all. I they make sure say the team they write all the different questions for the ministers that will not be there. I they send them to them. This now waiting people are concerned about. So the Ministry of Information, they compile them question and they will send them to the ministers. Every time na cabinet, like today so, every conversation where they come are the reminder of what people then say. We don't start a new practice by the way now. We they listen to all una show them. We they read all the newspaper them. We they do a summary for all the ministers. These are the issues the people of Sierra Leone are talking about. It's a new initiative we just started a few weeks ago, but that's something also we're very proud of. Because we want to do internal communication. But this internal communication, not to just for say, oh, did waiting there happen. Now for the ministers, they're not to all man get chance for read every newspaper or listen to Liberty or listen to 98 or listen to Epic. So I can joke with them and say, we listen to all the news, so you don't have to. You should listen to some news, but you don't have the time to listen to all. So what we do, we compile, we do a summary, we give you why. Because I want you to know what the citizens are saying. While una know within the fourth estate they say, within the issues that we don't care about. We say gaps in there. What we need for do more of. Because I always believe say good politics na good policy. If you do the right thing, and are the best politics. So absolutely we they listen to critiques. We say the pray God and ask people and for all the time is Lord why in a respectful way. Lord why in a way where they make we put the conversation down, because if we start by oh you useless, oh you this, oh you that, oh you that, then they can go no side, and then they debase the conversation. And we as young people, we get a duty for we do something different, for we set the bar a little bit higher.
When you talk just now, you make mention about the resources, saying citizens the resources they use for get all of this done. The budgets, how we can sound like we don't get the second assassination, the second series now I don't do so na Kenema. How the budget sound, the first one, this and the second one?
Yeah, so last year we do an aya na Freeton. So obviously it's a bit different. I mean the first time. Look, we do two things in terms of the budgets. One with the rights to Ministry of Finance, not part of the budget as the ministry. It's not part of the statutory job for do this kind of work. Again, a price, you need to put a price on peace, you need to put a price on democracy, but we do it in a transparent way. All the different teams that we responsible for do different things and they come up with a budget. But because we know say the resources are limited in the country, we know they only rely on the states in resources. We also rights to partner there. We get partner there we don't always support with. For example, AfriCell. No matter what we do, AfriCell DD, AfriCell na a reliable, consistent partner. Then we support with something, bring the media, and they help for do the printing. Capital Foods, always they will help you for do something.
The way they against AfriCell.
I don't tell you the facts. AfriCell na a reliable, consistent partner to them. And Orange actually as well. Can support we are not saying I want an Orange money.
No, I'm just.
This thing at tribalism. Me. I'm a Minister of Information.
Yeah,
I work with
because
everybody.
that make a question
I
the way
work
how
with
you
everybody.
that's the point.
Orange also now we partner, but I know they lie. The level of support they get for AfriCell, it deserves to be called out. It's separate because I'm always there with we, no matter how we go and all that. Orange help as well with internet here and there. Zoo Labs help we, Capital Food help we get additional partner there. Salon Commercial Bank, very consistent. They always go there. Some of the banks are here and there themselves. So what do they do? They write to them in a transparent way. We say, look at the issues, we get them support here, we need cash or kind, whatever unable for do, for help we for make we able for do this platform and do it in the right way. Now government can review, if we write, government, I don't know if I know how much government they work, but you write for a certain budget, they say, money no day, will they give you 1/3 of that budget today. Whatever they give you, we say, Alhamdulillah, we work with that money there, we see how much you will mobilize, we increase or limit our ambitions in terms of what we're able to pull off. One thing we are not mentioned, it's not that. With each presidential town hall, by the way, we not just get and host the president. Based on the question that we come online and all the data we don't collect from the minister, them, we do two major things. We do a live exhibition at the venue for show by sector within government to achieve with numbers and human voices, and we publish the Moise voice, volume 1 and volume 2. This one, it's called the BOES, the President Who Stays the Course. It's a whole magazine. It's over 40 pages. Content, like substantive content. We take feed salon, we give you all the data, we give you all the numbers, we give you the story. Again, unprecedented, governments. We do that and then the magazine is free. We need for send on our own copy them because we just come on Kenema. We've been do just enough printing for Kenema for now, but my team they plan do additional printing and our ambition is for distributing to all the platform there and all the station there. So again, those resources go towards doing things like that. We spend weeks producing this content and then we distribute it. Why? Because again, we believe say citizens get rights to access to information and information for be in the way where the citizen in one time. So man I read wide. So we give you. So man na listen, so they give. So man na TikTok, so the cut will put on a TikTok. So man na WhatsApp, so the cut will put on a WhatsApp. So we continue. And if you see even this week, today say if I think say my team don't continue for share from the presidential town hall because the information with the commodity is so rich, is so many that we know they will do it inside one day. We do it sometimes months. We'll continue for share because people then get one for see.
Town hall initiative come at a very difficult time and crucial time. I say difficult and crucial because not 10 day way we just get attempt coup and protest and citizens then they complain about lots of things then. But amidst all them crucial moments there, you say no, a need for bring the president closer to the people. Usa, you sit down so now. You get any regret say you not been supposed for do this initiative that ended?
No, in fact, I think say not the opposite. I think we for do more. I think so we don't demonstrate say this is good for democracy, good for peace, good for stability, good for cohesion, for let we talk. Even when we disagree, like I can get the mayor on the platform. Mayor, politically we're not on the same side, not by a long stretch. But I respect him. And he making points, I make my points. We get debates. The Honorable Abdul Kagbo, he come forward, he talk with passion, now radicals man, he can talk. We don't talk as a boy, this man our man asabia, but we find common ground. And I think in a democracy, one of the most powerful things that we forsake. Now for fair ways would many people can say, oh, division too boku. Democracy requires division. People so man understand that. If we all now we all now one side with it, not to democracy than anymore. But or it undermine democracy. Because democracy requires some level of dissent. I think one American say the highest form of patriotism is dissent. I don't have no problem. People can disagree, people can feel it, but one, they forget access to the true information. That's very important. And two, the real person is different from the caricature. President Bio, a lot of people are not being savvy. You know, I posted recently as well by the Tech Summit on a fireside chat where we talk about him first time. Plenty of people message me say, "Well, this, you know, this man will not be known as so funny. This man will not be." So it's different for you know this. You begin to talk about us. I'm a one killer. I'm picking them because you know him. You now don't see him as human being, as mortal man. You may not like him, you may not, maybe you don't agree with her. It's okay, in a democracy. Sometimes you support Aneskuma, you support APC, that's fine. We all for able for live together and say, but we for able for move past what's in social media they do. What's in social media they do, it give you this screen where they make you remove the humanity from the person. So you go call him mama, you go tell a word, but what lies you don't hear that person, you're not going to tell her what they will tell her. Because there's something very powerful about the humanity we share, we all do together. So we think we try for doing our government because for so long government on they so way up there. Since it's in the FCA, I collect for remind people and say democracy is a government of the people. I collect some man can talk like say we not to the people. You know, the people. I say, my friend, I am the people. Just because I did government no means say me not to the people. Democracy is a government of the people. Me not the people. You not the people. We all not the people. So that not the principle of waiting President Bill don't make what they do na the Minister of Information. That we don't bridge that gap. We don't pull that boundary. They say, oh, today you know, Emerson be saying say, waiting can done that since Jeep, check na markets by waiting cheap. I waiting me turn about lip and all that. Waiting and then be in that metaphor say, you know, they get access to the minister then. But now if you're gonna club with the meet with it, you're gonna radio with it. You can you town with it. You district headquarter town with it. You go get so you did it. You go meet na barbing shop with it. Because President Bill don't bring young people we connected to the masses. We like I say, me are very proud I collect for talk say deep down inside me heart me an activist. I will always remain an activist. I did government today, but me not the people. Me sentiment, the thing about the fight for the bill they were most passionate about, and the bill they were aligned with, me values them. Also I come up from and President Bill embrace that. Now I make you give this position. Now I make you put rules out there so we help for push the country based on them value.
You bring the hashtag Salon Big Pass All at time where you might not agree, but after 2023 elections, everybody be they on their own. The country be so divided based on tribal lines, party lines, hate messages here and there, tension been there in the social media space. You Salon Big Pass we all. How much impact the hashtag they don't create in bringing people together?
So one of the things that we recently get consultants for look at now for study people their reaction to the Salon Big Pass we all. So we can do a study now for track how the Salon Big Pass we all hashtag don't perform. Just in terms of like, for example, reach numbers, metrics and all that. So now one thing we're really interested in. And you're right, Salon Big Pass we all will bring right after not just the elections, but also the attempted the failed coup. If you feel like say the country been there at this precipice, feel like say yeah, they scatter yeah. People let me want for go somewhere. But waiting be happen, you know, then say sometimes conflict or the moment then they are also opportunity. Waiting be happen at that time. We also realize say people them, plenty people them say that's too big say maybe I don't like Madabiu, maybe I don't like SLPP, but I don't want war. I don't want boost, I don't want fed. Why? Because there was some bits of the Salon man we appeal to the words of the national pledge. We say and put her interest above all else. The words of the national anthem, we say high we exalt thee, realm of the free. The idea say we put the country up past we. So we get brainstorm whose hashtag we will do, we will capture this, we're non-political. We Salon man and go see we will use as the frame for our message. And for remind we say, we tribe, we religion, we political party, they're all put together, they're much smaller than the green, white, and blue. The emblem of the country, the national, the idea of the country bigger than we all. So now make we come with that, it's a campaign. You know, we use that hashtag and we don't use them consistent. The other thing with the campaign here is consistent. We don't make sure we separate them from anything political. You know, we don't go one day see them by any partisan business. It's only get for do with civic initiatives, with initiatives where they share messages about good things when they happen to the country. So you may not like President Bill, but all the country that we don't see, we see citizens they're able to separate the partisan with, for example, the woman team don't go win that football, but they're a good team. Now this is our country, the president don't become chair of ECOWAS. This is, you may not agree, we don't sit on the Security Council, but they will be then at the table of the Security Council. Always we'll go over the world, they talk about how the world did this. Now we sit on there. So aspect of them saying they want to draw into people and say, opportunity for us to celebrate your country. And I think in a good way, and we'll track that, we'll come back and give you more what you don't find in terms of the data, but the preliminary analysis we'll get is that people are response to them don't be positive, because you see even opposition figures in the use them. People are really campaign for position right now. Flag bearing at the opposition, I don't see a few of them, then they use them. We welcome that, because now for remind we all, in the words of both the pledge, not public campaign. Because while they be open to all, because in the Ministry of Information, everything what they do now public access.
Let's talk small about sustainability, because like how you make mention earlier, before this platform they come way now the town hall, people and they get different information at the social media, where at times then they can fly with, because now that they get access to. Now this platform you say now for get rid of things like dandy. In terms of sustainability, let not just stand like everybody will look forward to that one time per year where perhaps they will get opportunity for talk to the president and the minister them and get direct question and answers, where perhaps minister go down package, you go there, offload, come out there and come back to business as usual. Waiting at the sustainability strategies for ensure say even after the town hall, information gap not there from above to below.
Good question. In fact, we ambition as us now for create a culture of proactive disclosure of information. The first way we they assure that, now I make us say, the most powerful thing we don't do now the consistent weekly press conference. Yesterday, we get the Minister of Foreign Affairs, no less a person, the Minister of Foreign Affairs. So even though we don't come out, somebody goes, we don't do that no, relax. We had the Minister of Foreign Affairs. Next week, we'll get another minister or two, our platform. So you assured, and then which I can always tell them, my job now for talk for all of government. So when I did that platform, any question we get about any part of government, you ask. If you send the question in advance, I go seek the answer with the minister if I don't know. If you send a live day, if I know the answer they give, if I don't get them, I will tell you, say, wait for me, I get the answer, I'll count them back to you, I will make that answer the public. Again, for provide. And where would they get it? Where they present the answer? We get Zach, now with ministry, where they share. We'll get a whole team where they prepare videos, short clips, they go do interviews, cut them, and then we put them public so people will get access to them. Player SLBC, player AYV, send them to everybody who may get access to her. Why? Because one letter culture they do. We also do text updates. After our press conference, we do a text update, summary updates where they share plenty all across groups. Then, as I say, we also do different languages, short summaries. Then we do short videos where they go out. Because we want to do it consistently. But now, we don't add one element to our talk about just now. So we get a weekly press conference. Every month, at least 1 month, we do go to one district. We do a major town hall. In them district town hall, then we combine, quiz debates day one, second day, we bring ministers, top government officials from the city, from the capital, local leaders, the chairman, the different councillors, different that, youth leader, women's leader, and then we call all of the community. Actually, now one of the most beautiful things that I like about this country, and maybe we start with Cambia again, not to necessarily we stronghold or put local.
How now they choose Osai for go, where to now they look at?
Basically, now almost like a rolling of the dice. We ambition with the goal all side. So we know so we go for goal side. So how they start, we say, oh, okay, well maybe let's start so we team they see don't come with some proposal, start at the north so we can go so find a path. Will make sense also based on issues there, right? We'll start Cambia, we'll get the AG, we'll get Chairman KKY, we'll get the Minister of Energy, Minister of Local Government. And they first go announce the district in we'll be in Academy. So you'll see that now breaking news today na free to know where they come out. Now, will they go all the way upline? Governments they go make a major announcement now district headquarters town and engage. And the people they need and they ask them question, what go more about people they ask, how does it affect to Kenema? then they be affected by the proposed redistricting. So then they ask real questions in lifetime. So every month with commitments, would they go up? It's you for do them planning in day. The burden, the toll way they take on the team. In fact, this BN said they want to do 2 per district per month. I say, we're not going to land because we also get with statutory responsibility. We push Boku policies today. I get 2 people in the cabinet where they pass. We get, inshallah, the National Records and Archives policy for the first time again in this country. We pass the Media and Information Bill. So we get for drive then say they forward. We work on data protection. We get for drive then say they forward. We continue for build on this. We get for deal with SLBC and the other institutions. Then we get IMC and all that. But one thing we believe now, we command it. Now, public information and civic education, and for interact with citizens, for break that gap within between the government and the citizens.
All right, before we can take messages that people don't send, let's just take a quick break. We'll come back, we'll read on our messages, then the minister go respond to some of the comments and questions them where una don't send us. So still there this morning, they assess the impact where the town hall sees them where it be introduced, where it take over the Ministry of Information and Civic Education, the impact to they don't cause. They'll take this quick break.
Hello, Barry.
Hey, Sadie, what's up?
How are you?
Samo, hook me up quick. Samo, I'm going to forget some football pictures then for this week. I don't check all the side all day long. But I'm help me to one way I'm going for ginger and swagger for this week.
Ask Leo.
Ask Leo? Who is Leo?
Ask Leo, Sam. I did it. No, can't go to me, you know. Allow me to finish my food.
Leo will help you open an account, check your balance, buy airtime to pop, send money. Leo will help you locate the nearest ATM point. Leo will help ease your stress by helping you get the most fascinating fixtures. Oh yes, for our football lovers. Leo will do this and many more.
Wow!
All you need to do is save Leo to your mobile phone with the number +232 79 919 919 and get to chat with Leo on WhatsApp. Go on, try it now. You can also chat with Leo on Facebook Messenger by typing UBA Chat Banking. Leo is your virtual banker who serves you wherever you are with just one click away. It is UBA. We are your #1 bank for all the right reasons. For more inquiries, call us on +232 78 200 200 or follow us on all our social media handles on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at uba.sl. We are Africa's global bank.
Hey! Enjoy the new collapse bundle price drop. Now you can get your weekly collapse bundle for 60 leons only on Maxit app. Download the Maxit app now on Play Store or App Store. Install the app and enter your orange number and password. Now follow the simple step here. Open the Maxit app. Next, tap the account. Then select your time and bundle. Enter the number where you want buy for. Now choose the collapse bundle where you need and the one where go suit you. Finally, type your password. Bam! All things set. Subscribe to the collapse bundle today and enjoy more browsing for small couple.
Orange. I think currently I have a thing for Vicky Remo.
Hello viewers, we don dey bring different content dem to you and we no dey tire for make the content dem wey you like. And now, we dey bring fun and shorts with Adri. This na game show who say your favorite celebrity, social media influencers, students and other people go play game dey like, truth and shorts, charades, riddles and other game dem wey you sef go learn from. This content go come to you every Sunday, 9 o'clock na net. Na all the Liberty Online TV social media platforms then.
She chose #1. She's always #1.
Period.
On top.
Period. On top.
Yeah, man.
So not miss out. Join me for laugh with your favorite celebrity and social media influencers then.
All right, welcome back. You still watch the Breakfast Show on Liberty Online TV. And inside this midweek edition of the Breakfast Show, today we get the Minister of Information and Civic Education, Winner Chernor, by the give updates on what's not the impact so far we don't do from the town hall meeting them we did on the whole, especially the one with its title. The Presidential Town Hall has been behold the second edition na Kenema this BNTM. How this particular town hall don't impact Sierra Leoneans them, especially when it comes to information flow from waiting they happen at government and questions we then can ask for get answers to. Now that's the tell winner the program this morning. We look at messages where una self we don't watch the program don't send so far. And the very first message we go look at it come out from Alosign Conte. They say President did not attend because of serious issues between the stakeholders of Kenema and the First Lady, which upsets the President on that day.
And they read from YouTube, Jibrila Dumbia, they say, try to avoid comparing U.S. town hall to that of Sierra Leone. It will save you a lot of headache. The town hall in the U.S. is way advanced and transparent than Sierra Leone because there are many avenues for fact-checking.
This one from Lamin Denke. They say the whole process is selective because they don't allow people who think critical about government to ask critical questions. It's just a facade program.
Koma Abdul say, Mr. Minister, will not lie. From when we start this town hall meeting, the action points them how many way unado address now. The cost of living, light business.
Mahmoud Ban at the Facebook page say you don't need to hold a town hall engagement to know what the people are going through. These engagements have yielded any transformation in the lives of Sierra Leoneans living the farthest and remote parts of Salone. Bringing services and development to the people is what is key, not to plenty talk without action.
And Sumana Kama, they say, please, if this is not stage managed, why was the opposition always not invited for the town halls?
This one from Jibril Kanu. They say, Mr. Minister, there were lots of Sierra Leoneans living almost all the countries president has been traveling to, especially Europe and America. Why did he fail to call us to a town hall meeting to listen to our concerns? We are Sierra Leoneans and have concerns that we want our leaders to listen to. President Bio is only concerned about the GMB supporters. Do you have plans to address citizens living overseas?
Alusan Conte, they say now you are hyping an external evaluator because it is good for the government. However, when it is bad, you downplay those data.
For the Mustafa Ture say, bringing governance to the people is not by bringing orator, but bringing services to the people. People need sustainable jobs to finance their homes and not for government to come and tell them all the good things that they have done while their living conditions is deteriorating. All that we want to achieve and control the narrative. They want to convince people that blue is red. The economy reality is only information that is important.
Jibril Bangua, they say, Mr. Minister, if your town hall meetings promote dialogue, why was the young lady manhandled at the first meeting? Also, why was a female journalist fired? Is Sierra Leone a peaceful country? Be honest.
This one from Samuel Sise. Minister Siba, the program was for citizens to ask the president. They voted for questions directly on issues he promised them during his manifesto, not the ministers.
All right, this one is from George Walker. It says, in real democracy, the other parties will be invited to ask questions. Why have no other party been invited to these town hall meetings?
This one from Ibrahim. It says, Mr. Minister, say the town hall meeting they go with Boku money. Why on not go use that money they come with Sunday unlimited calls for all Sierra Leoneans go benefit and happy for this government?
The last hour they take, Mohamed Toure, they say, Mr. Minister, you and Dubawa, we don't fact checked say not to say Salone are the first West African country who don't get 5G. You and Dubawa, who they talk to, sir?
This one from Thomas Rogers. He said, do these government officials truly care about the people of Sierra Leone? Listening to Mr. Ba, he doesn't seem like he concerns really about his priorities. It feels more like he's focused on praising the government than addressing the real issues affecting us every day. We need to remember that political power is never permanent. It comes and goes. But Sierra Leone, it's the people that will remain. Our leaders should put the country first, not their party or personal interest. At the end of the day, it's the people who matters most, and their voices deserve to be heard and respected. All right, from their messages and they will come over to the minister for respond to the one that we don't take so far, and perhaps we will take another round of messages.
Thank you so much. And plenty thank you. I think what we see say this in a public square. I demonstrate exactly what we want, a culture of that. The people who they say, oh, no, not do this, but then they sit down and listen to the radio, the show, and then they feel the need for share, and then they share. You know, Pakaba been say, make them talk instead of them go take guns, right? So democracy, freedom not get, you not get value. Freedom in value is basically invaluable. It's so high. The idea say, now make they measure democracy, then they measure things like this. The openness of the media space, openness of governments, people have access to information and all that. So I want to let family understand that. And I tell family, I think some important questions they want for answer if I give me a chance just directly. One is say President no attend because of politics na Kenema. I understand why the person will believe so, but I tell and say, one of the things I've been saying, I've been some ministers say, I do commentary, I do information, I tell you what I know, 100%. But you get rights for do your own commentary and come to that conclusion there. I go assure you say, not to the information that we may get, not to the facts that we may get, and they're important. Somebody said, do you allow not compare with town hall to the USA than town hall because in the fact check, I would tell the person, say again, are proud for compare. Say, what you will do, for example, na Kenema. I will let show me one clip where that it ever happen at the US. 20-something ministers on stage with the chief minister, over 50 unfiltered, non-pre-selected questions. And they say we're perfect. As I say, we'll continue for land. But I say, we hold, we model, up against anybody in your own. And yes, the information available publicly, and anybody can go and fact check and cross check and build that conversation there and take them forward. Somebody say, how many of the issues I don't follow up? I will tell and say, countless. Many times, for example, we'll come out Cambia about the state of the fire force. We go back and write the picking, then we ask for different things. They will go to the Minister of Education, we'll send back. But it's not just that. It's just the fact, say, citizens are able for no follow up on things that will happen at the district we don't be know about. And we believe, say, that they're important. Somebody say, well, critical voices will not be allowed. Again, at the challenge the person say, for next week's press conference, let's send a critical question, like, can you building? He puts in hand up with the guy on the mic. Nobody know they will stop. This is something we don't do in a very consistent way. And somebody say, well, governance na action. Now the people that want to say, I go respectfully disagree with the person say, action not to just for build road. Even if you build road, you build the bridge, but nobody don't know about them. You know, philosopher then say, if a tree they fall down in the middle of the forest, nobody not see, nobody not report, and it not happen. That they know to democracy. Democracy, information are the most vital lifeblood of democracy. Information are like the nerve of democracy. People don't forget access to that information. Then for able to get access to the leader them. I understand say in the midst of like, oh, yeah, people don't get all their need here. They want to say, oh, well, why then you forget information? I understand that, but I want to let you know, say not to either or. And where would you go? Somebody also say, hey, well, you know, people don't want to say, I want to tell them, say, like, for example, where we go Kenema, they ask about updates on the road. Updates on, some man say, oh, there not be no say tractor, who's I forget them. Some man say, you get business idea, but you want loan for do agriculture. Then the minister team up and talk, say, actually, government don't put low interest, zero interest loan the way available to you if you want, and then get an instruction. That's not democracy. Maybe if not for go Kenema, enough for the ever know that day. So that person they take advantage of that information they we get information are power. Plenty things they happen at your backyard. Sometimes you know if you know that day. Somebody ask one question, say why opposition not be invited? Every single side where they go, public, All the political leaders, they invite them. Every single district we don't go, they invite all the political leaders there. We welcome them for come, we welcome them for ask questions. But as I say, the presidential town hall is about the presidency. I'm sorry, the opposition is not part of the presidency. So they know we can't sit on the stage. But they welcome for council and they welcome for ask questions. By the way, we don't do town halls, we don't get opposition leaders. See, the Abdul Kabu don't sit on our town hall with vice president. Together, answer question and challenge each other. So again, I want to let them people here, they follow the work they do. We're not perfect, but we'll continue to do as best as we can. Somebody asked about why President Bio do town halls overseas. Me don't host town hall. President Bio, now Washington, D.C., we work with the University of, in President University, we go to the American University, we don't host town hall there. I don't host plenty town hall before in the U.S. But a good point. With Civic Day series, we ambition for take her across to the diaspora because we want to do more engagement with the diaspora in the UK. I just come conversations with the ambassador in Brussels for engage on how we go also do something for the European diaspora because plenty of misinformation and idea. So we also want to make sure, say, we create this platform. Then they will require resources or some creativity. So, for example, in the US, maybe we'll go hunger, we'll be able to add something there. But I go assure citizens that will follow in the diaspora. So very soon, we go can day. One more question about somebody said the young lady be manhandled. Last year, this question don't consider for camp. As I say, I don't be clear on this issue. Say, I regret some of the ways where some of the staff they may react to the lady, but the person will demonstrate utmost statesmanship like His Excellency. As I make clear, we can a station like this. The show day, let's say 8 to 9:30, not so. President Bio will be commit say go in a stage for an hour and a half. Na Bintumani, he stayed for 3 hours na stage. Now him be they say I don't dare allow just take the question then. At the end of the 3 hours, Adepan give the closing statements. Now in this person team, I say, pow for ask question. And no say na citizen rights, but also the president, Sef Namotaman, and program get a own structure. So initially, the staff them they try for restrain them. But His Excellency say, "Una allow I asking question." And we show the documentary, we show the live video, we show say he indeed asking question. It turns out he asked question people we already asked, the president we already answer. Now inca late. Again, you're a citizen, you get a civic duty, follow yourself. But even at that, we na the ministry, we allow him, he asking question. Yes, they be the guy for the God the mic, now me give instruction, so I left him, me asking question. And after that, I offer for give more information on the question we want. We're not perfect, we'll learn from that experience there, we'll continue for go forward. And we believe, say, with commitment. A citizen, you come, you follow the rules, you do as, say, in a democracy, so we get forget rules. You get opportunity for asking questions, you go do them. And then somebody say in a real democracy, other parties will be invited to ask questions. Again, as I make clear, say everybody will be invited. Everybody always welcome for ask questions. Final question I want to comment on the Dubawa fact check. I look into the camera and I say this, and I challenge Dubawa, say, now a platform will get integrity. I don't reach out to them. I don't share with them the authoritative factual information. Una self can go online and check. Now Salone, now West Africa get the first standalone 5G. I think when I get one, I think they can next one mobile. Standalone. They misunderstand. It's okay, it can happen. They rush for the 5G. So they call we false and say they're fake. Because we say they're waiting the judgment say, no, not to Salone get the first 5G. We're not claiming that Salone get the first 5G. Ghana get 5G, Togo get 5G, but both are part of the existing infrastructure. Now upgrade. One mobile link they're not a part of the existing infrastructure. It's separate. It's called standalone. It's a thing, a technical thing. They not be understand them. I respect Dubawa. I believe say they're important in a democracy, but I challenge them say exactly for things like this. Truth. The reason why they get fact check and I follow get truth as a baseline. They were wrong, and I encourage them for let them do the right thing and clarify them.
When we look at now the future, what's in the future hold with the town hall series? Now one of your legacy the way you go boldly say yes, the appointment time where they unbundle the ministry, they add civic education inside, and civic education are one thing we've been lacking now with society. You don't able to achieve the civic parts of the ministry with this town hall series?
It's just the beginning. we basically just get started. I tell somebody the other day, we're supposed to get 5 directors. We get, I can say half, because the one who gets now acting. We don't even get a civic education directorate yet. We don't advertise, people that don't apply to the government or the agency that we're supposed to do the hiring, and otherwise it's been almost a year. So in terms of our capacity, what we can achieve, is way more than what we don't do so far. Right now, we're basically in this mode of, I study peace, so then get this idea, say, you for be responsive and strategic. It is still respond small, but you think big time. We don't launch what in UNESCO call one of the best civic education strategy we don't see in any country. And talking recently at the big conference, we may not be percent. Now people in the hall and then text me. UNESCO, they look at the strategy because we work with them for develop a comprehensive civic education strategy in our salon, President Beyond Leadership and Guidance. We don't launch them. You get various components of what we for do at the school level, at the community level, chiefdom level, and all that. We just don't begin for scratch the surface of that. What we don't do first now for just build a new culture. We've been just needed for build on that this new culture, start civic days, town halls, civic festivals, and things like that. By the time we fully equip the ministry, we get to full directorate, NASA is strengthened for do them work the way they're supposed to do them. We build this infrastructure. President Bio envision when I follow, we institutionalize a culture of civic education and a culture of civic engagement. When I go see the manifestation of that, we will get more young people that are involved, more young people that know about their history. When they go up country, we can do quiz. Hey, Khadija, maybe they ask them picking certain basic question. You go see, say, they don't know why nobody teach them. They don't know their civic leaders, they don't know their political leaders, they don't know certain basic facts about their country, about their history and things like that. What we want for do now for build all of that into the culture, for put Salon Big Pathway all into the minds of every citizen who say they for think about your country, for think about what you can do for service, for promote this country. So no, by no stretch, long stretch of the imagination, we still lay way bien. We get so much more for achieve, but are confident, are excited. As I say, we're supposed to get 5 directors. We get half. We get 1 acting director. Inshallah, before this year done, at the PSA, PSC, we'll finally give you a full set of directors. We'll advertise for 50 new jobs within the ministry. Forget the staff followable for implement with strategy fully. We get directorate of records and archives, what they do today, civic education, information, and then we get planning and monitoring and evaluation. If we get all the one in there, you go see, say, we work, go continue for grow and grow by the grace of God.
So really in July, whose districts will expect the next presidential term?
July, I think, I missed the date yesterday. I think at July 28th and 29, we did Chernor. And as you know, Chernor, very interesting. Yes, so I just confirm the date. Yes, July 28th and 29, because I'm Monday and Tuesday always. So July 28th and 29, we're in Chernor. With the good day, inshallah, we'll get the Minister of Mines, we'll get Minister of Employment, we'll get other big leaders and from Chernor. We create again a town hall. Right inside Chernor, we'll do civic day, we'll do quiz. And by the way, the quiz that we do, me say they learn every time, because we learn, for example, within Kenema, if I ask you, why was Putloko named Putloko? Well, they ask questions that were local to that area there, for people that for learn as well about the area there and stuff. So we build a culture. So from Chernor, we get plans for go all across the country. Before by the end of the year, if we don't do a good chunk of the country, we'd already put the full agenda out, so minister they know USA would expect them for day. It is on the calendar already, and so they continue for build on this platform as we go on.
So what's that this time around?
Again, at the same time attract in Cambia, at the same time attract in Moya, but it be already in the plan. Chernor is a very important district in this country, very interesting place where President Bio very proud of in record, first university in that place there, ever.
You say anything for do with the mines disagreements, this being said?
No, as I said, I'll be part of the schedule anyway, but we'll go to address any and all issues in our platform that day. So yes, for address the issue of Koidu holdings, we can do a friton. We're going to connect to the Chernor people, we'll go sit down with them, we'll get all the key ministers that we invited. We'll advertise for by the end of this week, inshallah, we don't confirm all the big players that we go do, but we could do a constructive engagement, again, including with opposition leaders in Chernor, for let them talk to the people of Chernor about what in government they do, what in them they do, how they hold way accountable, what they want for see, what they want for see change, let them share with them passion. Look, part of it is just showing up and listening to these people that affect you. They like you at a stone, but when you hear ordinary people talk to you, where you go, where you want to do certain things, remember say, then people are not to this, this, and this, one. So now they all really try for now, part of the culture we create.
All right, many thanks. Minister, we join with this morning for can tell we about the impact we the town hall sees when an initiative will be introduced where you take over the Ministry of Information and Civic Education or go the following as when it's necessary will they call you for can explain. That time be the Minister of Information and Civic Education, Siba, we give away a whole background to Usai. The town hall sees begin, the impact to they don't make and within the future all for the town hall sees is as they be say they want for use this series for bring governance to the people and also promote transparency and accountability and bring His Excellency the President to the people. Well, now the breakfast show go left you for today. Many thanks to Musa Saokoma and Samuel Thomas, we support the production team for bringing this edition to you. Mina Khadija Bangwa, they say continue for watch Liberty TV throughout the day as we get interesting stories them will they bring fauna throughout the day. Mina Khadija Bangwa, they say have a good day.
All right, until we meet again, Mabel Kabadi say get a good day and goodbye.
Undeveloped city, then clean. All clean city, develop.
This is Yvonne Akisoya, Mayor of Freetown. And today, I want to talk to Freetonians about sanitation. We objective, transform Freetown, transforming lives. We not go able to achieve them if we all not join hand. Freetown City Council get role, but every Freetonian also get responsibility. Let we start first with the fact say FCC with the sweep 110 major streets every single morning from Monday to Saturday. But when we don't sweep the streets, if Freetonians then come and they continue for heap dirty in the street, in order to make the place look fine. Now make we get them litter bins them. The yellow bins we wanna go see around. So when you waka, you drink from your water bottle, your water plastic, you eat your packets on tin, not even a ground where you done. Make sure say you put on one of them bins then they. That litter bin they, in order for you host dirty. You know mean say if you pack you host dirty, you can pin her next to the bins them. Not to the idea that. Not give you host dirty to them one way the Allah say clean salon. No say that dirty way they collect now you host. You know get for Karango now the one of the two official sites. You know they Karango Kisi Bome, you know they Karango King Tom Bome. It turns so it left on the ground. And now we council get a problem, but you self get a problem because now front somebody else in Domot, your own dirty don't end up. So wait you for do with your host dirty. We get the one then a council when we don't certify. Say then approved waste providers. Then they on tricycles, some of them they a vehicle. You will get host, you will get business, you in a hospital, institution, everybody for make sure say the waste collected by an approved FCC waste collector. We get the tricycle groups, we get the companies. So you go see them around. We engage with them on a regular basis. And wait till we go do now as we come into this new year. Now for make sure say FCC stand behind them. For you, for no side and day, and for let themselves go to you. So that we no go get a gap. When you heap dirty in a gutter, it end up na Lumley Beach, Toke Beach. All the tourism ambition where we get for the city, we lost that potential there. FCC, they spend boku money pan dirty business. The fuel, the labor, the vehicle maintenance, the spare parts, the night operations, the illegal dump site clearing where we get for the do every now and then. All that boku money. I'm not gonna say we're not gonna spend anything, but we're going to reduce some. If Freetonians then do the right thing. Because we're not gonna get for go clear illegal dump sites. We're not gonna get for sweep as many streets and spend as long. So if we reduce that money will be spent now on dirty business, We go able put them pan development. We all want for improving municipal schools. We want improving markets them. We want for let we see new developments at the city. That money where we use for dirty business. You and while we all make up we mind. Pay.
You are watching Liberty Breakfast Show on Liberty Online TV.